And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. Today is Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. I'm your host, St. Nick, and we got a great show for y'all today. Well, folks. Week 5 is officially in the books in the NFL, and honestly, how crazy is it, folks? Already 5 weeks into the season? The first quarter gone, done, in the books. The NFL season never ceases to amaze, and how fast it just flies by every year. I know, we say it often, folks. You know, we wait 8-9 months for the season to start, and we're already a quarter of the way through. So we got to break down the game from last night, Chiefs, Jags, and folks, I think we got this new era. We're in a new era of football. It's no more Josh Allen. It's no more Patrick Mahomes. It's no more Lamar Jackson. It's no more Jalen Hurts. It's now Trevor Lawrence and Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield and kind of honorable mentions Jared Goff and Sam Darnold. That's the new star-studded cast in the NFL, all right, folks? So, week 5 in the books, we got to reorder our power rankings, and I'm so glad that there's no more undefeated teams, because now the Eagles, the Bills won't have, the chokehold on everybody's top 10, top 5, top 2 power rankings, and we can truly get to who the best teams in the league are, finally. So, we unveil 1 through 10 on our power rankings today on the show. We got to break down the game from last night, and we got a couple of stories to get into. So we got all that today, so let's just jump right into it. And before we start with any NFL talk, let's start here in the NBA. And today, folks, big potential explosive news coming out. Now, this is going to be announced in an hour, 12 p.m. Eastern, so we're going to hope that it comes out right on time. We're going to try and stay live for the big breaking announcement, because LeBron James tweets out yesterday a teaser. The decision of all decisions, hashtag the second decision. We know LeBron James' first decision, hey, I'm going to Miami, baby, woo! But now we've got another decision. October 7th, 12 p.m. Eastern, a little salute emoji with the crown. The second decision coming soon. Him sitting down one-on-one with somebody in a gym. What does LeBron James have to say now? There's probably really only 2 things that could happen. First and foremost, which every big brain on the internet is saying, but I don't know, is that this is an ad for Amazon Prime Day. I believe Amazon Prime Day starts today or maybe tomorrow, and LeBron James is, an Amazon sponsor and all that. He made an announcement last year for Prime Day where he made, same thing, decision. I decide to shop on Amazon today. So he already used that. He already used the decision for an advertisement and all that. You really can't double dip with that. Can't do that again. Second decision. And then also advertise for Amazon Prime Day. Not good. So it could be an advertisement. Or the other option is that he is announcing his retirement. This will be his last year. A farewell tour, if you will. And if that's the case, I'm not ready. Now, this is exactly what we've wanted, and we've asked, and we've kind of begged LeBron, demanded, honestly. Demanded LeBron James have a farewell tour. You owe it to our fandom, to the fans. You owe it to us, LeBron, okay? It's not all about you all the time, LeBron. It's about the fans. This is going to be your last year. I want to know. So I make sure I'm seated for every game, baby. Hey, honey, you want to, go apple pick? No, apple picking. Are you crazy? It's LeBron James's first of his last 82 games. Are you crazy? No, I'm not apple picking. Honey, can we go see this movie today? It looks really good. It's the premiere. It's only one night only. No, are you out of your mind? Are you crazy? This is LeBron James' last second out of 82 games. See a movie. The movie's right here. It's called LeBron James. And it's the 20th sequel. And it's all still better than the original. So if this is LeBron James making his announcement of, hey, this is my farewell tour. I'm hanging it up after this year. I'll respect it and I'll enjoy it, but I won't like it. Once LeBron James is out of the NBA, folks, I mean, God help God help us all. Oh, man. We'll see if the NFL can float without the greatness of LeBron James. The NBA is once again struggling to find the face of the NBA. They're trying not to have it an international star, which I don't understand. They make the big deal of international basketball, FIBA basketball. They're planning the all-star game around USA versus World, which is literally the dumbest thing you could do, but I'll digress on that. So I don't know. Once LeBron James is done, who's the face of the league? It's Steph Curry, and he's aging. Then it should be Giannis and Jokic, but once again, will the NBA try and push international people to be the face of the league? I don't know. Luka was supposed to be it, but they didn't want it for some reason. I don't know. So we'll know in 42 minutes what this decision is, but please don't let it be an ad. If this is an ad, this is lame as heck. You've done it already. You've done the decision tease ad. You did it last year. Can't double dip. Now, also in this post, there is no hashtag ad. And usually when you do stuff like this, when you're, starting to leak an announcement, you still put ad. You owe it to the fans to let us know that this is an advertisement, that you're advertising something, that you're trying to sell us something. Everybody trying to sell everybody something. Stop it. I'm not buying. So, we'll know later today, but LeBron James, I love you, baby, all right? You're the best in my book. You're the GOAT in my book. Who cares about the gambler? The gambler, Michael Jordan. Alrighty, and a little evidence that this is kind of trending toward LeBron James' retirement announcement and not an advertisement. Once again, literally, everybody on social media, they're like, are you guys dumb enough to fall for this again? This is an advertisement. This is clear as day. Ad. Look at everybody getting worked up over an ad. I don't think that's the case here, folks, okay? And we get this. Ticket prices have started to skyrocket for LeBron James games this season because potentially his last year. Ticket prices for the Lakers' final regular season game, home game, have absolutely skyrocketed. The cheapest seat is now going for $445 against the Jazz. I mean, come on now. Just an hour ago, those same tickets were only $85. So last home game of the season against the Jazz, cheapest seats were $85. LeBron James posts that tweet. Those tickets now skyrocket to $445. So this is once again trending toward retirement talk. And I'm not ready for it. 20 plus years in the league, you think I'd be ready for it? I'm not. So we'll know soon enough. We're 50 minutes out, folks. We're 50 minutes out. All right, a couple more stories to go into quickly. Shams posts this, that New York emerged as really the only team that Giannis would have gone to outside of Milwaukee and staying in Milwaukee. And we knew this. I mean, that we kind of heard the chirpings early on. In the offseason, Giannis was kind of, doing a little bit of a streaming tour with IShowSpeed and was kind of dropping like, yeah, maybe I'll leave. I haven't really decided yet. But he's deciding to stay in Milwaukee for now, but potentially watch a mid-season trade, a trade deadline for Giannis to the Knicks. That'd be the only place he wants to go. And when we look at this Bucks depth chart, I mean, is this a winnable team? Because all Giannis wants to do is win. That's all he wants to do. He wants to compete for another championship. And I don't know if the Bucks have all the pieces needed. You get Kevin Porter Jr., Gary Trent Jr., you got Kyle Kuzma on your team, and that's how we know you're not going to be any good. If Kyle Kuzma's in your starting lineup, you got to go to a different team, a different squad. He's the worst player in the NBA. I do not care what y'all say. Now, they bring over Miles Turner from the Pacers. Is that going to work out? I don't know. A non-3 shooting big for this Bucks? I'd rather have Bobby Portis start, honestly. So we'll see if the Bucks are winning by the trade deadline. Once again, you got the two team killers on your team. You got Kyle Kuzma and you got Doc Rivers. That's no recipe for success, I'll tell you that. So watch for Giannis to the Knicks at the trade deadline this season. We'll see if it goes. And then the final announcement. I still don't think this is actually going to happen, but we have an official date. The UFC at the White House, folks. We have an official date. The UFC's much anticipated live event at the White House will take place June 14th. June 14th, folks. Next year. We're close. Trump revealed the date, which coincides with his 80th birthday, on the lawn of the White House. The biggest UFC fight card. Potentially Conor McGregor. He says he's in the testing pool. He says he's on the ticket. We'll see. And we'll see if this actually sticks and this actually goes through. So, I mean, I'm excited if it's definitely going to happen, if it's actually going to happen. Love the UFC, and you have it on the White House lawn. I mean, that'd be a spectacle. They did it at the Sphere. It was pretty cool. I didn't mind it at the Sphere. I don't think the fighters liked it. But from a product perspective, from a consumer product perspective, I liked it. So, June 14th, UFC at the White House, folks. Get your tickets. Alrighty, that was all the other stories we had to touch upon for today, but now let's shift gears to the NFL and start talking about some football stories, and let's get a little update on our boy, our man, Mark Sanchez. Got into a little bit of trouble over the weekend, a little intoxicated, a little angry. Little 69-year-old man climbed into his truck and started beating the heck out of him. But we knew that kind of, Mark Sanchez and the truck driver, they were in stable condition. They were kind of all right at the end. But now Mark Sanchez, Mark Sanchez now facing felony battery charge. When the story broke, it was all just misdemeanors, nothing really big and sticking, which when we were hearing the evidence, the charges weren't to kind of matching up with what we were hearing. And now they are matching up with exactly what we are hearing. So Mark Sanchez facing felony battery charges over the incident with that 69-year-old man. He's potentially facing 1 to 6 years in prison. Woof. Yikes. Mark Sanchez. And we also, once again, we're all kind of just waiting on footage, any footage that we can get on any of the assault, the altercation, the aftermath, and we are starting to get some of that video leaked out. We get a kind of CCTV footage of Mark Sanchez walking down the street after the stabbing. You can see him kind of, limping a little bit. You can see him holding his stomach where he got stabbed. And you can see, folks, the blood stain on the shirt. Oof, he's leaking, folks. He's leaking. Now it's in black and white. It's unfortunate. But, yeah, we can definitely see that is a stain of some sort, and I don't think that's water or a wine. Well, it could be wine and beer. It definitely could be alcohol. But this looks more like a bleeding pattern than an alcohol spill. And from the reports, it seemed like Mark Sanchez was not spilling any of the alcohol. So I do believe we can kind of confirm this is the blood stain on his shirt. as he's walking down. I mean, what is going through your mind at this point? You're absolutely hammered out of your mind. You just beat up a 70-year-old man, allegedly. You got stabbed a few times, allegedly. You're bleeding out, allegedly. You're walking down the street, allegedly. And you're going to the hospital and you're uncooperative with police, allegedly. So, not a good look here for good old Mark Sanchez. Definitely going to get fired over this, obviously, and potentially going to jail. Not good. So, we'll keep an eye on this story, and hopefully we get more footage. I would like to see, I also don't think I ever looked up what the man looks like. Now, I have heard that the beating was kind of very, very serious for that 69-year-old man. I believe yesterday during the Pat McAfee show that Pat McAfee saw a picture of the assaulted man and said that he was really banged up in the hospital, like bandages all over his face. Oh my gosh, there it is. I was like, I have not seen that picture, but there it is right there. Oh my gosh, Mark. Jeez Louise. In a neck brace. Yeah, he's beat up. Oh, yeah, Mark, you're going to prison. Mark! Oh, man, how unfortunate. And then is this a real New York Post headline, unnecessary roughness? Ex-Jets quarterback Sanchez stabbed, arrested in drunken Indy brawl. I don't know if that's the headline we should be going with. That's a little too Smurfy. I think that's a little too Smurfy. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, Mark Sanchez really did a number on this man. Did Mark Sanchez take the knife and stab this man? Because this man's got a gash across his cheek. Oh, yeah, Mark, I think we're on the high end. I think we're going towards that 6-year mark. 1 to 6 years, I think you might be getting the full sentence, the maximum. Maximum penalty. Not good. All right, folks, we got to be responsible when we drink. We got to be responsible. Responsible and disciplined, folks. Once again, the few mottos over here at Takes by Fans. Got to be disciplined. So we'll obviously keep we'll keep updated with that story. That's a good one. All right, let's keep going on here. What the heck is this, dude? Real unfortunate all around here. Chargers running back Omarion Hampton is going on IR with an ankle injury. He's going to be out at least the next 4 games. We have Najee Harris. He's out for the entire season. So, Jimbo's favorite, let's run the ball. He ran him into the ground. And once again, we got to shout out the turf. Shout out all that turf. We love turf running. Injuring all of our favorite running backs that we all stand for and we all bet on. Hey, look, I don't like to bring my bets into conversation and all that, but I'll tell you, I've got this rushing yards, a season-long rushing yard slip that has been absolutely on track all year long. It's for $44,000. And Omarion Hampton is on that list. Omarion Hampton at 850.5 rushing yards for the season. He's a little on track. He was kind of on track all year long so far, but missing 4 games, not good, and it's really going to sink the parlay, so I appreciate that. But just not great. As this Chargers team is sort of imploding over the last 2 weeks, Herbert's reverting back to trash Herbert status. No swag. No kind of where's the excitement on the team? Once again, everybody kind of slapping each other up. Everyone kind of, pushing each other in their pads. Everyone jumping up and down on the field. Where's all that gone? That was why I was believing it in the Chargers. But all that's gone. Herbert's throwing goal line interceptions. Once again, not being clutch. And now all the running game is gone from this Chargers team. So, we got our power rankings today on the show. We'll say they've dropped from that 2 spot. We'll just say that. So, not good for Omarion Hampton and the Chargers. Good for the Dolphins. We got the Chargers this week. Herbert, you better be... we're coming for you. All right. Next up here, we saw the footage, and the Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon was getting kind of eviscerated on social media for it. I didn't think people were going to end up defending DeMarcado for, dropping the ball on the goal line, but social media kind of came to his defense. We saw on the sideline DeMarcado, down in the dumps on the sideline after dropping the ball before the goal line. We had another kind of teammate consoling him. We saw the arm around the shoulder and all that. It's all right, buddy. We'll get through this. And then we get mean old Jonathan Gannon running up to him, yelling at him, chewing him out, and then giving him a big old slap across the chest. So the footage comes out. Social media is not happy. And now Jonathan Gannon did say he apologized. Jonathan Gannon apologized to Emari Demercado during a team meeting Monday for his reaction after the running back let go of the football before crossing the goal line, which would have been the 72-yard touchdown that really would have sealed the game, but instead they lose the game. So Jonathan Gannon apologizes, and hopefully the team, responds to that. Emotions were running high on the sideline here, and, the emotions got the best of Jonathan Gannon, but I didn't think the slap was too egregious. You got pads on. It's a little bit of a football move. Is it on the more of the extreme side? Obviously, we don't like hitting. We don't like that. But, in football, we see Harbaugh, smacking the pads of Justin Herbert to, get him ready for the contact, for the impact coming. What I'm saying here is that football is a little bit of it's a physical sport. We know that. But we also get a little bit of physical contact on the sideline, right? And as long as it's not, to your actual body, it wasn't like Jonathan Gannon took off DeMarcado's helmet and then gave him a sucker punch across the jaw. No, it was a little bit of a forceful slap across the chest plate on the pads. I didn't mind it too much. I thought the overreaction on social media, a little much, but I didn't mind it. It's a love language on the sideline. You smack the tush of the player, you smack the shoulder pads, you head bump with the helmets, and when things aren't going right, you give a little slap to the chest. I didn't mind it, but the apology, very nice there. You did it in front of the team. We like that. So hopefully the locker room is still intact here with Arizona, because there is talent on this team, but there is a lot of bonehead plays. Marvin Harrison, a little bonehead. Kyler Murray, bonehead. DeMarcado, bonehead. Jonathan Gannon, bonehead. Boneheads on this team that lose the game. But I will say this. I mean, we've all watched the DeMarcado fumble hundreds of times. We've seen all the angles, and I do agree with this. I still think he had control of the football when he broke the plane. I think it still should have been a touchdown. I think the NFL and the refs wanted to make a little bit of an example and overturn the call. A lot of people are pointing to his feet like, oh, well, he's not even in the end zone. Yeah, it's not your foot, it's the ball. And I really think the ball broke the plane even before he started to kind of, flick the ball out of his hands. Now, it's unfortunate either way, and we don't even want it to even be that close, because it's very, very close, one way or the other. Obviously, we don't want it to even come to that. You go all 10 yards, and then you do the flick of the ball out of the end zone, okay? And I will also, look, I don't know. That's close.
Stunning.
And I'm also going to say this is not to defend DeMarcado at all, but, the last 5 yards of this overall run were a little bit wonky in themselves. So maybe DeMarcado kind of just lost where he was on the field, because the defender chasing him kind of let up a little bit on the 5 yards, so DeMarcado may have thought, oh, I've already scored, or, oh, he's going to let me score, or something along those lines of oh, the play's kind of over because this guy's kind of letting up. Still a disastrous play. and still so damn close. God dang. But let's hold on to the football. Let's just overall message. Let's all hold on to the football until we're on the sideline, until after the extra point has been kicked, and then we can let go of the ball. And then we can do our celebrations and all that. Okay? We wait until after the PAT to let go of that football. Alrighty, next up here, and we're going to good old Kurt Warner. And I wasn't going to bring this tweet up, but I mean, shout out to Kurt Warner. You know, during this whole Mark Sanchez thing, you know, everyone's running to Twitter, you know, trying to, you know, gain any points they can, whether it's, you know, likes and retweets or just validation, or, you know, we know everybody loves to have that kind of, you know, that kind of, that grandstanding, Mark Sanchez should be put in prison for the rest of his life. Oh my God, how? Death penalty for Mark Sanchez. I would never. This is completely, totally unacceptable, which it is. I'm not saying it's not. But we know these people that try to, look at me, I'm holier than thou. And Kurt Warner tried to just be like, hey, it was a mistake. Bad mistake, but a little mistake. So I shout out Kurt Warner a little bit. I shout out Kurt Warner on this new age of hyper, I don't want to say hypersensitivity, but hyper emotional, hyper everything's the end of the world, hyper everybody has to have a emotional end of the spectrum take on everything. On this hyper culture that we're in today, Kurt Warner tried to just kind of, hey, yes, we all know this is bad, but let's just breathe. Let's just breathe. Let's get all the information. Let's get all the facts. Let's try to understand if and how we can fix this, and not just make this, you know, another story that everybody can get clicks and moral vindication and validation off of. So let me see if I can find this tweet. It's not a great tweet, but I think I do respect it a little bit. Did he delete it is the question. Because that will be funny if he did delete the tweet. He may have deleted the tweet. But it was something along the lines of, hey now, we all make mistakes. And albeit this was a big mistake, very, very big mistake. But let's just try to be good people. I think he deleted the tweet. I don't think I see this tweet anymore. It would come out the 5th or the 6th. The 4th, the 5th, or the 6th. Maybe that's why I didn't bring it up for the show today, because he deleted it. And I couldn't find it again. I think he deleted the tweet. Yeah, I don't see it anymore. I'm not seeing it. All right. All right. I think he deleted the tweet about good old Mark Sanchez. All right. Well, I guess we won't talk about that tweet then. But he tried to give Mark Sanchez not the benefit of the doubt, but once again, like I said, just let's all breathe. That's all. All right. But now let's bring up the actual tweet from Kurt Warner, because he's been spitting a little bit this week. He's been spitting a little bit this week on social media all around, talking a little bit of the college game and these quarterbacks, these NFL quarterbacks not being ready for the big game and all that. And we get this tweet right here. I am dumbfounded by the number of NFL quarterbacks that struggle when their first guy isn't open. What is going on? This is highest level. You have to be able to easily get you to your number two at least. It's one read and start moving. Even when number two is open, or when Reed says, quote, if this guy covers number one, number two will be open. So overall, the tweet is just, kind of, because this has been the topic, Tua, one read receiver, all that. It's just not true. But we are seeing, kind of quarterback play that just isn't good overall. These younger quarterbacks struggling early, struggling often, still struggling 2-3 years into the league. We're starting to get Trevor Lawrence starting to kind of finally get it figured out. And what is the cause of that? Liam Cohen, smart, offensive-minded coach. Great schemer. Because in today's age, folks, we all just, like to point, this quarterback good, this quarterback bad, this quarterback good, this quarterback bad. But we know it's much deeper than that. We know football's the ultimate team game. And like I've been seeing it, I've been kind of saying it the last 8 years, this overall shift in overall offensive philosophy, where when I was growing up, 2000s to 2016, watching football, NFL football, it was really the quarterbacks being the general of the offense. At the line of scrimmage, always kind of audibling, always motioning, setting the protection, and then having the play go. Getting to the line of scrimmage with 25 seconds left so you can set the protections, so you can audible to an open play based on what the defense is going to give you or what is it showing you. And ever since, we started to praise and glorify the coaches, like it really started with the whole Kyle Shanahan, that whole Washington coaching tree, McVay, Shanahan, McDaniel, the Green Bay Packer coach, Matt LaFleur, all those coaches working together, and then they kind of went out and started to reshape what offense is, what NFL football offense is going to be. It's going to be my play, my scheme, and we'll have any quarterback plug and play into that scheme. They design these routes, these plays, in my opinion, that are just for one certain route or one player to get open. When we look at the Mike McDaniel offense, it's very screen heavy. In a screenplay, there's really one option to go with the ball. The player you're setting the screen up for, whether it's a running screen or a wide receiver screen, that's really it. And when Tua goes and runs that play, he's handcuffed. There's no really setting the protection or anything like that on a screenplay. It's I have to get the ball to that receiver as fast as possible and hope the play works out. It doesn't seem like, because we see, dude, the screenplay, it's a little bit ruining football because everybody thinks they can run it in the NFL and you really cannot. Screenplays don't fool like they do in college or like they did 20 years ago. Defenses are so much smarter now, so much more athletic now, that if you run more than one screen a game, they're going to be able to sniff it out. Screenplays are meant for really one thing, and that's to stop the blitz. Stop that pass rush. You're getting blitzed. Oh my goodness, our line is getting cooked. You run the screen, keep the defense honest, and then you go back to your regular offense. You don't make the screen the focal point of your offense, where now every defender is literally within 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. We don't need to do the two shell over the top. Nobody needs to be 20 yards off the ball because we know it's all dink and dunk. We know you're screening. So a little bit of this kind of, this quarterback's a one-read quarterback. If his first read isn't there, then he's trash. And a little bit has to, I think majority of it has to be on the play callers, the play designers, and the offensive coordinators here. And I think that's the drastic change that we have seen over the last 10 years in the NFL, where we went to kind of field generals to analytical, let's fake everybody out every play. That's my take on analyzing what is different between quarterback play, because I do think there's just an overall gap in quarterback play from just good quarterback from bad quarterback. Like there's not too many good/great quarterbacks in the league that are week in, week out gonna, provide great offense for you. These quarterbacks are struggling to get acclimated into the league. It's taken 4 or 5 different offensive coordinators to finally click for the quarterback, because once again, it's these quarterbacks trying to fit their scheme into the quarterback instead of the other way around. So, we've been seeing it. Now we get Kurt Warner saying it. What's going on with this quarterback play? And I think that is what's going on. These big heads of the offensive coordinators are trying to take all the credit and all the shine. I don't know if that should be the case. Shout out to Brian Dable. He's very good at it. All right. Let's keep going here. A couple more things before we get into the game and before we get into our power rankings and before we get into that noon LeBron James announcement. But here we go. We got a little Hail Mary talk here. And Hail Marys, folks, I never thought people would really use Hail Marys as a huge benchmark of quarterback play, but man, oh man, if you have a bad Hail Mary, they're going to get you. The fans are going to get you, and they'll remember it. Once again, the only reason people do not like Jalen Hurts is because his Hail Mary in the first Super Bowl against the Chiefs. Down, 1 play left, you got to throw the Hail Mary to the end zone for a chance to win, and the ball went like 30 air yards, dude. It was really bad. Very shocking, very bad. Woof. And everybody turned on Jalen Hurts from that moment. Now, they are starting to turn on Patrick Mahomes for his Hail Mary last night. We'll get into that a little later. But this Hail Mary from Jalen Hurts, I kind of am gushing over it. End of the Eagles-Broncos game. We know the Broncos are up. The Eagles are on, I think, like the 40-yard line. 35, 40-yard line. And the Eagles just have to kind of Hail Mary for the chance to win. Now, we know that it was incomplete and all that. But look at Jalen Hurts on this Hail Mary. This man is such a winner, and this is what I love about Jalen Hurts. It's like he's so cerebral. I love it. So he's going to throw the Hail Mary. He's got time, so much time. So he goes, launches the Hail Mary, and then he full-blown sprints to the end zone just in case if it gets bobbled around and it gets kind of tossed up in front of the end zone, he could have maybe made a play on it. Now, he was about 20 yards short. 20 yards short running. So maybe get a little bit more arc on that ball to give yourself a little bit more time to fly down there. But I thought that this was really just great overall. Great thinking, great effort in my opinion. You still gave A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith a great chance for both of them to go up and get the ball. You had a chance to go down and maybe even catch it yourself. But I thought this was really just a great play by Jalen Hurts here. Hey, I know it's a long shot, but hey, I'll try it. And that's definitely something maybe he could work on moving forward. Or maybe even just, you send somebody else that lags out maybe, 5 seconds into the play. They just kind of, start lagging down the field, waiting for that ball. Because we know a lot of balls get tipped around on these Hail Marys in the front, in the back. So there is an opportunity because nobody bats it down. They all want it. They want the interception. They want the stat. They want the highlight and all that. So it wasn't bad there. It wasn't a bad attempt, and I got to shout out Jalen Hurts for that. But, shout out Jalen Hurts. But let's shout out this man. Because I'm going to tell y'all, folks, you may want to stick around to our power rankings if you're a Bucs fan, yeah? Because this man is quietly having one of the best seasons in the league, the clutchest season in the league, and he's absolutely running his mouth, and he's backing it up at the same time, baby. Folks, give it up for Baker goddamn Mayfield, baby. The quarterback nobody wants to talk about, and when they do talk about him, it's how trash he was and then got good. It's not that he's kind of leading the MVP vote right now and that he's been winning this division for the last 3 years ever since Tom Brady left the division, left the team. He's talking his shit. He's backing it up. He's winning games. Baker Mayfield, folks. Baker Mayfield in this Bucs team. Everyone wants to talk about Josh Allen. Josh Allen, so good. MVP. Wow. Woo. Yeah, well, he's beating bottom of the barrel garbage teams, and then he just lost to the Patriots. Give it up. Folks, give it up for Josh Allen. So much better than Baker Mayfield in this Bucs team. Also, shout out to the Bills big time here, folks. Rivalry jersey? You put that jersey on the big stage on national television and you lose? You lose in maybe one of the best jerseys in NFL history? The Dolphins could never, I'll tell you that. We put on those jerseys. Oh, yeah. We start winning games, baby. We don't take these jerseys because not everybody got these jerseys, okay? So we didn't take these jerseys for granted. The Cardinals, they took it for granted. They lost their game wearing the nice jerseys. The Buffalo Bills taking these jerseys for granted, kind of tarnishing the rivalry jersey idea. The concept of rivalry jerseys, Josh Allen just disrespected and tarnished it. Well done, Nike. I'm sure Nike's real happy with Josh Allen and the Bills. We give you these clean uniforms and this is what you do? You shit in them? You got shit all over these jerseys. What'd you do? So well done. Well done. As Baker Mayfield, looking icy in the creamsicles, doesn't need the rivalry flash. Doesn't need any of that. Goes out and wins the game. Goes out 38 points. Goes out duels everybody's loved quarterback, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, oh my goodness, Sam Darnold so much better than Baker Mayfield. One's clutch, one is not. We went over the difference yesterday. So one last time, give it up for Baker Mayfield. Nobody's talking about him. It's all Josh Allen. It's all Jalen Hurts. It's all Lamar Jackson. It's all Justin Herbert, and I take a little responsibility for that Herbert one. I'll give you all that. But now it's time to start talking Baker Mayfield. Stop it with the Josh Allen. They're not good. I'll tell you. I'll ruin it right now. The Bills are not in the top 10 in my power rankings. Do not care. Not sorry at all. The Bucs, they are, though. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. We got this after the Bills game, too. I do like that Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen kind of, embraced and said they loved each other. I like that. No bad blood, no animosity. The relationship a little rocky. Didn't pan out that great when they were in Buffalo together. But I like seeing this at the end of the game. And once again, Josh Allen tarnishing the rivalry jersey. Shout out. Another great thing that Josh Allen can add to his legacy, tarnishing the great idea of rivalry jerseys. We will never see him again because Josh Allen lost in them. So you can thank Josh Allen. If your team didn't get a rivalry jersey this season and you are looking forward to a rivalry jersey next season for your team, you can throw that idea in the trash. They're not happening anymore. Josh Allen tarnished the jerseys. Sorry. And I'm about to tarnish the Panthers. Hey, Panthers! Hey, how about you show yourself? How about that? I'm coming after you. If you don't know anything about Dolphins lore or anything, we have this elevator. The Dolphins have this elevator in their team facility where after they win, they put up a big play and they put it on the elevator. They make like a vinyl sticker and they put it on the elevator when we have like a good play after a win. The Carolina Panthers thought it would be funny to use a video of our elevator and then putting one of their receivers running free as the picture, with the quote being vibes going up. Okay. All right, Carolina, enjoy your one win. Enjoy your one win where it took a dysfunctional, absolute epic collapse for y'all to win. Shout out. Shout out to Bryce Young that y'all got over there for the next few years. Really, shout out. Y'all really won. No, you really won with Bryce Young. Go get him, folks. Yep, keep going. Yep. Oh, in Carolina, how's your fans over there, right? Because didn't y'all have a fan just cancel his podcast? What's up with that? Your team is so shit, your fans can't even take it anymore? A podcast? A Carolina fandom podcast decided to cancel their podcast because the Panthers are so shit? How about that? You think that's funny? Put that on the elevator. So enjoy your one win here, Carolina. Truly enjoy it. It's the last one of the season. All right, last thing before we get into the game from last night and we get into our power rankings for this week. Right here, I want to read the replies here and see what y'all say, if y'all are sharp or not. But the question was posed yesterday. Who is more to blame? Brian Daboll or Joe Schoen? Now, I am going to go Brian Daboll here. He is the issue with the New York Giants. Look, Joe Schoen doesn't know shit about fuck either. We know that. He can't evaluate talent either. We know that. But, he still knew Saquon Barkley was good a little bit. He just wouldn't want to go over more than like $12 million, and no team really wants to pay running back. So, while I don't agree with Joe Schoen, and he still doesn't know shit about fuck, I can understand a little bit, this tiny much, with Joe Schoen in the whole Saquon Barkley thing. I can agree with maybe 0.002%. With Brian Daboll, I can't see 0.2%. I can't give him the benefit of the doubt at all for anything. The offense is shit. The red zone is shit. Jackson Dart, he may be good, but we'll never know because Brian Daboll is shit. Once again, the Giants, I think they scored early. I think they may have scored on their first or second drive, and then that was it for the game. Now, there was a fumble by Scadaboo and the interception by Dart and all that, but it's still the same. It's still Brian Daboll still cannot scheme offense overall. So if I had to, hey, St. Nick, you decide. We have to keep one, though. We cannot get rid of two. That is not an option. But we can get rid of one. Who do you get rid of? I get rid of Brian Daboll first. So I want to quickly check these replies, see if they agree, see what they say, because something needs to change here in New York. Something I think will change. Maybe not mid-season, but definitely at the end of this year. I think you got to. You can't lose against the Saints. Can't. Sorry. Can't get outperformed by Spencer Rattler. You can't. Unacceptable. So here we go. First one up. Joe, hands down, he's the reason for the roster makeup. Daboll has to coach what he is given. I mean, you don't think Brian Daboll's in that talking to Joe Schoen and influencing some of these decisions as well? I'm sure Brian Daboll was like, yeah, Saquon Barkley, my evaluator of talent, he's not worth $12 million. And Joe Schoen was like, okay, all right. But I understand what he means. I understand. Both of these are both clowns. They are. So I'm not sorry. I'm truly not. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You're not one of the best general managers or head coaches in the league. We should feel so sorry for you. Oh my goodness. No, I don't care. Next one. Schoen is to blame for the contracts. Daboll is to blame for the team not coached correctly. It's his responsibility to develop these players, and he's failed miserably. Miserably, he's failed. And that is another thing by Brian Daboll. He was kind of billed as a quarterback guru, quarterback whisperer. Josh Allen! He made Josh Allen good! Once again, if you get billed a quarterback guru, you are a fraud. You are a clown. It has never worked. It has never panned out when you are labeled and noted the quarterback whisperer. Shout out to Adam Gase, folks. Big shout out. Peyton Manning, quarterback whisperer. Could you imagine somebody saying that, folks, and you believing it? Oh, man, the national media had everybody swindled. Honestly, crazy. What was that, 2015, 2016? Adam Gase, quarterback whisperer. Oh, that will never be funny. Not be funny. It's fair to say they are birds of a feather. I agree. They have fouled up this franchise. New England hit the dumps, rebuilt into Buffalo. Okay, everyone's back on the Patriots. Shout out the Patriots. Shout out. We've got them in our top 10. Shout out. Daboll mostly Schoen has given us some draft wise, in my opinion. I thought he was great this draft, and I don't usually think that of him. But Schoen did 3 awful things: Barkley, Jones, Steele, and McKinney. So once again, they both want him gone. Fans want them both gone. They both deserve to be gone. And we'll see. We'll see who's going to be gone here with the New York Giants. Alrighty, those are all the only stories I wanted to kind of touch upon for today. But now let's head to that game from last night, Monday Night Football, to wrap up Week 5 in the NFL. And then we will close out the show with our 1 through 10 power rankings. So here we go. Chiefs at Jags, and Jags come away with the 3-point win, 31-28. And unfortunately, this is the first time we've seen it, folks. The Chiefs, with how much time? 16 seconds. God damn, that's so much time. So much time left. 16 seconds. And the Chiefs couldn't get it done. Couldn't get into field goal range in 16 seconds. The plan. They ran kind of the same scheme that they did with Buffalo with 13 seconds. Just couldn't execute here. The Jags defense played it very well. Kind of ran up, batted down the pass, and that was really it. And then you get another chance with 8 seconds, 7 seconds left, and you're game over from there. So the Chiefs' magic officially ran out there. We only need 10 seconds. Magic officially done with them losing. But another thing here in this game is, what the heck is going on with the kicking situation? Why does nobody know the kicking rules? Every week, something's going wrong with the kicking game. I get it, a little bit of new rules this year, but do we not know the rules? What is going on? The Chiefs go and take the lead with 1 45 seconds left. That was the Chiefs we know. They go up 28-24. The Jags have to have a touchdown here. And what do the Chiefs do? What does Harrison Butker do? Kicks the ball out of bounds. Ball goes to the 40. Give the Jags a shorter field with only 1:40 left. We know they go down, they score a touchdown, they win the game. But can we all please know the rules? I mean, does nobody, honestly, does anybody do their job? It's like 5 teams know the rules, and it's like every week we have something crazy going wrong. Definitely with the special teams, all these blocked field goals all the time. These botched kickoffs giving, a trailing team the ball at the 40-yard line. We're seeing that all the time. I mean, I don't want to say we're overpaid, because I always stand for the money. But what the hell is going on? Nobody's locking in anymore. You let the Jags drive down the field. I mean, we're going to get to Chris Jones in a second. I mean, Chris Jones just watches the play. Chris Jones, you know, he's a superstar. He's paid. He's always outspoken on the team. And he does it. I mean, dude, I'm seeing it so much more. Nobody cares about sports anymore. Nobody cares about winning. And honestly, I'm about to be done betting. Honestly, because it's ruining it. If you're not, like, me betting, I'm assuming you're trying to win the game. Like, everybody's locked in, focused, and trying to win the game. But so many plays throughout the entire game. It's not just in the first quarter or the fourth quarter. It's literally the entire game. Multiple players on every side of the ball. Offense, defense, special teams. Just not buying in and not giving their all. It's so apparent when you watch the film. These people should be kicked out of the league, dude. I know this is your job, but you don't got any love for this? You did this your entire life, and you still got no love for winning the game? It's all about the money. It's all about, oh, I don't really care. It's honestly becoming sickening, folks. You don't know the rules. You kick the ball out of bounds. Chris Jones just watches Trevor Lawrence fall and get up and run into the end zone for the game-winning score? Special teams, you're trying to make a name for yourself and you let the fucking defense bull rush you? And they block the punt and it goes all the way back for 6? I mean, it's just not becoming a good product anymore. Forget the quarterback play. Nobody wants to play. These players, not everybody's in it for the win. This is the most apparent it's been, in my opinion. And all throughout NFL history, every season, we're 5 weeks into it, and it's just example after example after example. We need, honestly, we need more preseason time. We need more preseason games. We need more time practicing. And I know John Gruden's been a big proponent of this. He yells about it all the time, screams about it, and he's right. The NFL, collective bargaining agreement and the NFLPA, they've done themselves a disservice. Negotiating out all the playing time, all the practice time. And now we're left with people are thinking this is like a part-time job. Oh, game on the line. Well, I don't care. Oh, I mean, we've been giving up points all game long. Why do I care now? There's a true epidemic, folks, in just overall competition. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody cares about winning. This goes literally all the way down. And I hate to use this as an example because y'all are going to be annoying about it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Just overall, just like video games, you see it, dude. Nobody's trying to win. Everybody quits early. Nobody's trying to win. They're all about their own stats, their own kills. That's it. A.J. Brown, and I get it. You want to be a reason why your team wins. I get it. I want to do good. If I'm doing anything competition-wise, I'm giving it my all. I want to do good, but I also want to win. So if that means I take a step back in something or I have to truly lock in for this one moment because this is the play right here, I'm going to do it because I'm going to try and win the game. I want to win. And watching NFL football, there's a lot of players out there that I don't think they care about winning. Chris Jones, I'm going to start a list. Chris Jones does not care about winning football games. He doesn't. Whether he's already won enough or he's got the money, he doesn't care about it. He doesn't love the game anymore. So we won't be betting on the Chiefs anymore. Can't bet on a team. I mean, the Jags, they all love it. Trevor Lawrence gets down. Oh, my gosh. Gets right back up. He could have stayed down. Could have just immediately got up and panicked and went, and throw the ball out of bounds. No. Got up. Stayed cool, calm, collected. Dialed in. So, Chris Jones is being a pussy and giving up? Oh, I can score then. So shout out to the Jags. Shout out to trying to win the game. Shout out to fucking Liam Cohen, baby. God, I love Liam Cohen so much. So, bonehead mistakes by the Chiefs, not trying to win. We get Patrick Mahomes throwing a goal line interception. What? We rarely see that. Where's that interception? Patrick Mahomes threw that interception. Oh, because it's not a scoring drive, that's why. Oh, no, this is all drives. They're hiding the Patrick Mahomes interception. Oh, it's pick six, that's why. Pink, there it is. Pick six, nonetheless. Sheesh, on the goal line. Where is this Patrick Mahomes interception at? Why don't they got it on this drive? On the drive list. But either way, Patrick Mahomes, uncharacteristic. We also had some questionable calls in this game all throughout. Especially this interception by Trevor Lawrence that shouldn't have been an interception. Here it is right here. Washington and I mean, the defender, this is clearly pass interference. I mean, defender literally smashes into him, cuts off his route, able to make the clean interception. It goes for a touchdown. It ties up the game. And the Chiefs still couldn't win it. So, Chiefs, man, oh man, they could always kind of maybe count on the refs. That couldn't help them this game. They could always count on that clutch ability. Oh, yeah, Patrick Mahomes can get it done. 13 seconds, 16 seconds, it doesn't matter. That magic's gone. Oh, well, that defense, I mean, woof, even me, I fell in love with this Chiefs defense. Steve Spagnuolo, love the man. We could always rely on that defense. Couldn't even rely on that for this game. So, everything that made the Chiefs so special in their kind of dynasty era, it's all seeming to fly out the window now. And we are potentially seeing this kind of new age. Like I said, folks, everything changes every year in the NFL. It's hard to, be good from one season to another. It's even harder to be good for multiple seasons in a row. And I think we're starting to maybe see that new era start to turn where the Bills and the Ravens and the Chiefs, they're just not the cream of the crop anymore. We may be seeing the changing of the guard here, folks, in the first 5 weeks of this NFL season. Now, Patrick Mahomes overall, 29 of 41, 318 yards, 1 touchdown. He had that interception. The running game is just non-existent here with the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, the leading rusher, 60 yards, 1 touchdown. Then it's Kareem Hunt, 7 rushes, 49 yards. Then it's Pacheco, 7 rushes for 36 yards. And it's working, but they're not sticking with it. Tyquan Thornton has been absolutely brilliant here by the Chiefs and probably should get more action, in my opinion. They should start using Thornton like the Tyreek Hill, taking more shots deep because he's going to come up with the ball. I've been very impressed with Thornton here the first 5 weeks. Travis Kelce, okay, 61 yards, 1 touchdown, 8 targets, 7 catches. So, solid game by him. Xavier Worthy, 6 catches, 42 yards. But unfortunately, the defense lets up. The defense gives up. All right, and then the Jags offensive side. Trevor Lawrence, 18 of 25, 72% completion percentage, 221 yards. Had that 1 touchdown. The interception, not really his fault. Really should have been, called pass interference. He did fumble as well, not great. Travis Etienne, 12 rushes for 49 yards. Nothing to truly write home about. Brian Thomas Jr., 80 yards, 4 catches. Travis Hunter, god dang, baby, god dang. 3 targets, 3 catches, 64 yards. Had this absolute great catch here.
And be able to
Coming back to the ball. Trevor Lawrence goes deep, takes contact, and he holds on. Travis Hunter balled out yesterday, offense and defense. He was all over the field. 39 offensive snaps, 25 defensive snaps. That's exactly what we've wanted to see from Travis Hunter when we've been, through that whole draft process. So we're starting to get it for Travis Hunter, and it's only going to keep getting more offense and defense here. So we love to see that by Travis Hunter and this Jags team. So overall, the offense, very good here by the Jags. Just one takeaway here by Trevor Lawrence, and it does have to get cleaned up because he is on the edge of that kind of goofball. And we don't want to label Trevor Lawrence as a goofball quarterback. Kyler Murray, goofball. Man, oh man, really bonehead plays all game long, especially in the fourth quarter. And just optically, we see the ball hitting him in the face mask and him going, whoa. We get Caleb Williams, a little bit of a bonehead sometimes, a little goofy. And we see that at sometimes with Trevor Lawrence, but he ungoofs it. Like multiple times, like his pocket awareness, like he's going to kind of maneuver in the pocket and maybe kind of take off, and he's running into his own lineman and bouncing off. It's like that game-winning play, he fumbles the ball and lays on it and stumbles, he didn't fumble, he got stepped on, but, fumbling kind of, getting up and all that. Stumbling, getting up. So there is kind of aspects of this can kind of go very kind of clownish, but it kind of works in his favor, where with Kyler Murray, it doesn't. It comes with turnover. So we got to kind of clean up some of that goofball movement overall. And once again, Liam Cohen's doing that. We're already seeing kind of an improvement from his first 4 years to this season. And we also had a huge-ass throw here by Trevor Lawrence, an absolute dime, dude. Like, god damn. On the game-winning drive, goes to BTJ on the sideline. I mean, god damn. Let's count the yards here. You're going to throw it. Let's count it from the 35-yard line. It gets down to about the 25-yard line. That's 15, 25, 30, 40. We got to shave off maybe 5. I mean, maybe only 35 air yards, but this is absolutely brilliant throw. Brilliant. Man, what a ball there by Trevor. So we know he can make the throws. We know that. We know he's got that athleticism. We know he can move. He's got the wheels. And it's all starting to be put together here by Liam Cohen in this great offense with the Jags. All right, we get the Chris Jones play. Just gives up. Watch this, man. This is the play. Trevor Lawrence falls down. Chris Jones just standing, sees him, not moving, and then doesn't even make any attempt. Chris Jones, the leader of this team, the leader of the defense, just not even giving anything. You see Trevor Lawrence on the ground, you think you go into beast mode and you go bear. You go bear mode and get on all fours and try to get over there as fast as possible. Touch him, do something. He just watches. Nobody can wrap up. It's just real ugly football here, folks. It's real ugly. Nobody caring. Nobody trying. Putting that on tape. Absolutely disgusted. And then we get this. This is what I wanted to say about the Hail Mary. This is now people knocking Patrick Mahomes for the Hail Mary. This is the tweet. Crazy that Mahomes took a running start on a Hail Mary bomb and it only flew 68 yards. Baker Mayfield just threw a post route 64 yards without a crow hop yesterday. Where is the mythical arm strength that ESPN never shuts up about? So Patrick Mahomes on his own 24-yard line, has to go the entire length of the field for a touchdown to win the game. Takes a little bit of a little hopping running start, and it only gets down to about the 15-yard line. So now people are off on Patrick Mahomes, and he's done, and he's garbage because of a Hail Mary attempt. Do not throw a Hail Mary, folks. It does not go good for you. There's really no upside. There's really no upside in the Hail Mary. All right, last thing, and then we move off this game and we get into our power rankings. Does anybody use the fucking pool, dude? Somebody tweets out, still one of the cooler ways to watch an NFL game in person. The Jaguar Stadium has this pool. Infinity pool. 4 foot deep. Nobody should be watching the game in this, honestly. Nice gimmick, okay. But nobody should be going to the game in their bikini to watch the game in the pool. I don't agree with this being a cool way to watch a game. Maybe if it's in my own house. If I have this in my own house, yes, I'll watch the game from the pool in my house. But I'm not going to a public field, a public arena, and getting in the 4 foot pool. First of all, I'm not going to pay. I'm sure that this is very expensive. And then we kind of see some of the pool rules here, folks. We get a little look on the pool rules. Let me see. This is not zooming in how I want. But let me zoom in on these pool rules here, folks, because it's even lamer. It's even lamer than you're imagining. You're probably thinking, oh, you're in the pool. You can have a drink and all that. No. No. Where's the save here? I mean, this is just unacceptable. Can you just show me the picture that I just previously saved, please? Here we go. The pool rules, folks. Here we go. Rule number one. No food or beverages in the pool. On the pool deck. No food or beverage. Commercially bottled water is allowed on the pool deck, I think, but still not in the water. No glass or animals, I'm assuming, around the pool. So you can't bring your dog. Oh, no. Can't watch the game with the dog. Can't get in the pool. It can only hold 33 people. It's open 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. So who's getting there at 6 a.m. for the pool? You have to shower before entering. What? I have to take a shower at the game before I can even get in the pool, or is it the honor system? Because if it's the honor system, we know everybody's lying. And if I have to take a shower at the game, I'm not doing that. Dude, I mean, this is your day. This is your day. Let's assume it's a 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. kickoff here at Jacksonville. You have to wake up at about 9 a.m. Get up. You have to drive to the stadium. Get there maybe about 10 o'clock. From 10 to 10:30, you have to wait in line to take a shower. From 10:30 to 11, that's when you shower. Now it's probably 11 o'clock, 11:30 after you get dried off and dressed in your bikini. It's 11:30, an hour and a half before kickoff. You probably get to the pool at noon. There's probably people already in the pool. You're probably not the first one. So now it's an hour before the game. The pool's already crowded. And now you can finally sink your little beans into the 4 foot pool. Unreal. Cool idea, cool concept, cool on paper. No, thank you. No pool for St. Nick. Alrighty, so that's the game here, folks. Jags win 31-28. Chiefs, they don't care anymore. in the Jaguars, the Liam Cohen, the era has begun. Alrighty, but before we get out of here, we have to go over our power rankings, baby. And I'm not going to do 1 through 32 because y'all just chirp me unnecessarily. I'm not here to debate the 26th worst team, okay? I'm not. It's the Buffalo Bills. I'll save y'all the energy. But we have to reorder our top 10 in the NFL, and I don't think y'all are going to be too happy about it. So here we go. Let's start at number 10. The 10th best team in the NFL is the New England Patriots, folks. Number 10, give it up for them. Drake May, very, very good quarterback. Very good. Can get so much better, but for right now, he's good. He's a game-managing quarterback that can move the ball. He can get you across midfield. Then the turnovers can start to creep up a little bit, but he's been working on it. He's been cleaning it up. So we like that. Drake May, good in the red zone, can get you across midfield. And this defense, very good. They get Christian Gonzalez back, and they're locking up the Buffalo Bills. The media's darling. Everybody eats them up. The Patriots at number 10. Shout out to Frank Vrabel getting this team back. Stephon Diggs being a great leader, and Drake May getting better every single week. The New England Patriots are the 10th best team in the entire NFL. Alrighty, number 9 is going to be the Detroit Lions. Look, shout out the Lions, folks, truly. Give it up for them. They're putting up points. We love that, absolutely. But their competition, a little bit on the meh side. Just a little bit. I mean, you lose against the Packers, and now the Packers are potentially fraudulent. You blow out the Bears, the Ravens, the Browns. You let the Bengals kind of come back a little bit this week. Still a great team, great offense. I mean, they got playmakers everywhere. But when they start to face the cream of the crop teams, and I think their defense is a little bit of a liability. I mean, to give up 21 points in the fourth quarter against the Bengals, I mean, that's a little bit of an ick there. Still a great team, still in the top 10. I got the Lions at 9. And once again, Jared Goff, I think I trust other quarterbacks in bigger moments in tougher competition than Jared Goff. Shout out Jared Goff. Shout out. All right, number 8. The 8th best team in the league, I have the San Francisco 49ers. Folks, give it up for Kyle Shanahan, truly. Look, I know I knock him, and, I do knock Kyle Shanahan, but regular season, he's going to be on it. Playoffs, that's where it gets a little wonky. Super Bowl, he clocks out. He doesn't even show up for the game. Well, he shows up for the game, but he leaves at halftime. So Kyle Shanahan, great offensive mind. I mean, Brock Purdy, Mac Jones, doesn't matter. It's all working. No Brandon Ayuk, doesn't matter. It's still working. No George Kittle, it's all right. The offense is still working. And aging Christian McCaffrey, it's okay. It still works. It's Kyle Shanahan. Then you get Robert Saleh, very good defensive coordinator. Then you get Fred Warner. What a fucking dog, dude. Give it up for Fred Warner, folks. So just an overall great team, top to bottom, offense always reliable, and it doesn't matter who's on the field on Sunday. Niners at 8. Alrighty, number 7. Number 7, and this is close. This one's very close. 7 and 8. But I am going to have number 7 as the Minnesota Vikings. Once again, give it up for Kevin O'Connell, folks. Give it up for Kevin O'Connell. Doesn't matter what quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz. It doesn't matter. They're still going to be able to move the ball a little bit. J.J. McCarthy's a little struggling. But this is what we like. We like Carson Wentz, honestly. Now he's banged up, and this is a potential maybe why I should move the Vikings down to 8 or anything like that, or maybe even out of the top 10. But everybody's sleeping on this Vikings defense. And I just had somebody say, I forget who it was. I want to say it was somebody at Barstool Sports, said that this Vikings defense is overrated and Brian Flores is overrated. I wanted to freak out. Brian Flores is the greatest defensive mind in the entire NFL right now. And this Vikings defense is cream of the crop. The Vikings, the offense is great. They got playmakers. And once again, quarterback, it's just game manager, a little bit of plug and play. I'm going to give the Vikings a slight edge over the Niners in their defense. That's where I'm giving them a slight edge. Vikings at 7. These are dropping out of order, which I don't like. Alrighty. Number 6. We'll fix it at the end once I unveil them all. All right. Number 6 is going to be the Washington Commanders, folks. Give it up for Cliff Kingsbury, dude. Great offensive mind. And another give it up, another clap, another shout out to these young offensive minds that are making an impact. Stop with the recycling of garbage. Cliff Kingsbury, Liam Cohen, Kevin O'Connell, these are the new blood in the NFL, and they're taking the NFL over by storm. Shout out to them. But number 6, Washington, Jaden in, Jaden out. Cliff Kingsbury can still scheme his way to putting up points. I mean, this team puts up points. It doesn't matter. They run the ball. We got Bill. Good old Bill, running back. Jaden Daniels can do it all. That man is an absolute stud of a quarterback, I'll tell you. Doesn't matter. They don't need Scary Terry to go off. Debo's been a great addition here. And this defense is being very solid overall. Washington at 6. Great overall team. All right, number 5. Number 5. I'm doing it. Don't care. Number 5 is the Jacksonville Jaguars, folks. Fucking give it up for them. First and foremost, it's Liam Cohen. The big brain, IQ, offensive genius is as advertised, baby. And it showed the first 5 weeks. Trevor Lawrence, this is the best he's ever looked, and he's getting better every single game. BTJ, a little shaky. He's back up to snuff. Travis Hunter, he's warmed up, baby. Offense and defense, and they just took down the gosh dang Chiefs. Chiefs went and took the lead, and the Jags took that lead right back and won the game. There's a new kind of era rising in the NFL, folks. And the Jags are part of it. Duval! This is y'all's year. I'm excited for y'all. Love watching this team play. Great defense, too. They lock in when they need to. Great atmosphere. Great locker room. And it's all led by Liam Cohen himself. Jags at 5. Alrighty, number 4 here, folks. Number 4. And I'm interested. This is a little bit of a ball knower. Do y'all know ball or not? If you agree, you will know ball. But the 4th best team in the league is the Houston Texans, folks. Give it up for them. Everybody said, oh, CJ Stroud is bad. Oh, they're taking a step back. They look so bad. Folks, this Texans team has been facing an absolute gauntlet to start this season. Yes, they're 2-3, but they're right back. They've never left the track. I don't understand why they keep saying it, like CJ Stroud is bad and like this Texans team is bad. Folks, they opened up against the Rams. The Rams are one of the best teams in the league, especially defensively, and they lost 14-9. Then the next week, they faced the Bucs. Newsflash, one of the best teams in the league, offense and defensively. They lose by 1, 20-19. Then they face the Jags. Hello, the number 5 team in the league that just beat the Chiefs. They lose to the Jags 17-10. Then they blow out the Titans 26-0 like they should have. And then they go out and blow out the Ravens like they should have. So they're taking care of business when they need to, and they're going toe-to-toe against the cream of the crop teams in the NFL. This defense is good. CJ Stroud is good. They're still going to Nico Collins. And shout out to the other young emerging coach in this league. Once again, stop recycling garbage, because DeMeco Ryans is an absolute stud of a coach, folks. I gush watching him on the sideline week in and week out. Texans at 4. Do not care. Alrighty. Number 3 team. I know I said this was going to be number 1 yesterday, but I'm going to put them at number 3. Third best team in the league is the Indianapolis Colts, folks. This offense, dude, god damn. They put up points every single game. Shane Steichen, great offensive mind. Daniel Jones, who we knew was always good, mini Josh Allen Jr., and he may be the new Josh Allen. Hey, Josh, did you just lose your own game to Daniel Jones? I think you may have. Jonathan Taylor, that's a grade A running back right there, baby. That's Wagyu beef. We stand for the running backs. Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, added it. It's all there, and this defense is so slept on, folks. Colts at number 3, and the only reason I have them at number 3 is because, their strength of schedule hasn't been anything great. They win against the Rams. They lost, but it was a good game overall. Offense, defense, good game, and the Rams are cream of the crop. And they beat the Broncos by 1. Y'all like the Broncos. I do not. Colts at 3. All right, number 2. Number 2 is the LA Rams. And I know they just lost this week against the Niners. I get it, but divisional game, bad play calling by Sean McVay, which we really never see. He even took accountability for it. He's like, dude, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to face my team after this, because I know, I single-handedly lost us this game and let us down with that play calling. So, yes, they lost to the Niners, but look, Niners good team. It's a divisional game. It's always close like that, and Sean McVay let it get to his head a little bit. This is still one of the best teams in the league. Once again, they are facing some of the better teams in the league and winning games and being close in the other games. Matthew Stafford is him. I think we all agree on that. Maybe one of the best receiving cores in the entire league, Puka Nacua, which is maybe the best receiver. Devontae Adams, they've been getting him involved early and often. He's got multiple touchdowns already. And then once again, Kyren Williams, the most slept-on running back in the league. And once again, he played like garbage last game against the Niners, which we don't see too much of. Sean McVay, he speaks for himself. In this defense, folks, this defense is holding these good teams to not a lot of points, making you think those teams are not good. The Texans, or this Rams defense is so good, y'all don't think the Texans are good. And they actually are. That's how good the Rams defense is. Rams at 2. Alrighty, and that leaves my number 1 team in the NFL, and that is the Tampa Bay Bucks, baby. Give it up for Big Ball Baker, baby. He's talking his shit every week, before the game, after the game. He's chirping at the crowd, he's chirping at the media, he's chirping at his ex-coaches, he's chirping at the coaches that cut him, that replaced him, and then smacking them in the mouth that game. And then once again chirping him after the game. He's talking his talk, he's walking his walk, and he's the MVP frontrunner right now. Toe-to-toe against Sam Darnold last week and put up 38 points, the game-winning drive, the game-winning score. Baker is him. Check him for the division. Check him for the MVP. Folks, they got receivers on receivers. Nobody can stop the rookie phenom Egbuka. Mike Evans, he's been out, 1 week, 2 week? Don't care, don't miss him. Still win. Bucky Irving out. Rachaad White, bink. Shout out Rachaad White. Shout out Bucky Irving. Like them both. But people forget about Rachaad White. Bank. They got the offense and they got the defense. I got a shout out to Todd Bowles. When you were with the Jets, I didn't think you were good because the Jets are a poverty franchise. They should be regulated. They should be off the NFL. Get the New York Jets. This is not a competent team. Everybody that leaves them is good. Good. Bucks at number 1. Shout out to Baker Mayfield and keep talking your shit, baby. So, there it is, folks. Bucks at 1. Rams at 2. Colts at 3. Texans at 4. Washington at 5. Jags at 5. Washington at 6. I've got the Vikings at 7. The Niners at 8. The Lions at 9. And the Patriots at number 10. Now, I know. Y'all are thinking it. Yes. The Bills, the Eagles, the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Packers are all outside the top 10 here. What have they shown? They've shown nothing. Until they can prove to get back to their old ways, they'll be out of the top 10 because there is a new era in the NFL. It's hard to win back-to-back seasons and be good back-to-back seasons. It's hard to be good for 4 or 5 seasons straight. And the Bills, the Ravens, the Packers, the Chiefs, their time is up. It's Daniel Jones time. It's Baker time. It's the resurgence of Matthew Stafford, and it's CJ Stroud that ain't went nowhere, baby. Shout out to the top 10, and we'll see who makes the move for number 1 this week. All righty, folks. That is going to do it for us today. I appreciate y'all tuning in, watching, listening. We'll be back tomorrow, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern to... Oh, my gosh! What's the LeBron James announcement? No.
Well... everyone's on pins and needles across the country.
I'm on pins and needles, James!
Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall,
Damn, he's so old looking.
I'm gonna be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP? And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
I feel like it's gonna give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. And not only that, win at signature cocktails, win at having a good time, win at impressing guests, win at making memories, win at making it look easy, win at leaving people wanting more.
LeBron, appreciate it.
I like my decision.
Well, classic. There's an ad for you. All right. Well, you know, millennials aren't drinking anymore, so why not sign LeBron James and try and spice up? Folks, start drinking out there, okay? It's LeBron James and Hennessy at VSOP. Start drinking now. We're out of here, folks. I appreciate y'all. We're back tomorrow. Get a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you Wednesday. We got our 5 Gush plays of the week tomorrow. And, man, these are juicy.